Hello and welcome back to the show. As always, I'm your driver, Spencer, sitting shotgun is Breck. And this week, we're the podcast asking the important questions like, should everything that's dead stay dead? Is Simon Says a dangerous game? And is it okay to have friends at a roadside bar? This is Be Afraid of the Dark.
Evil game.
Evil game.
Scary game.
Very scary game. Sam Says I much prefer, if anyone knows what that's from. Not what, I don't know what you're thinking I was
thinking of Sam from this. Are you referring to our little friend Sam from Trick or Treat?
No, I'm not going to say. If you know what I'm saying, the game Sam Says, you'll know. Anyway, we are talking about 2 episodes. I think these ones are both pretty good.
Yeah, I enjoyed both of these.
Specifically, the second one we'll talk about.
The second one a little more, but I actually had some pretty firm memories of both of these episodes. So.
I had basically no memories whatsoever of the first one, and I remembered a good bit of the second one, but not the mystery was still working for me. It's been so long.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, we'll just jump right in. Season 2, episode 4, Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things. Pretty good title.
Great title.
Written by Rayal Tucker, directed by Kim Manners. This surprises me, in all honesty.
Yeah,
because it's not really a plot episode.
Yeah, it's not really like, usually they bring out Kim Manners for like the the punches, but
this was just kind of, I mean, don't get me wrong, this has a lot of heavy emotional beats. Honestly, this one that's what this is more than anything else. Is a big emotional episode.
Similar to Everybody Loves a Clown in terms of the hunt isn't as much of the focus of this as is the emotion the hunt is causing.
Well, yeah, very true. And so jumping into this one, the cold open is fine. It's a woman with her friend, very clearly after a breakup. He's bringing her, chocolate and whatever.
He's deeply into her.
He's clearly deeply into her. Yeah, her crappy ex shows up. We don't really know why they broke up, but he busts his way into the room and she's gone driving down the road.
And damn girl, out the window is crazy.
It's crazy. Very upset. He calls her. She says, "Leave me alone." Whatever, they're talking on the phone. She's like, "I loved you," and then drops the phone and crashes her car and dies. And then we cut to
pre-Bluetooth era.
Pre-Bluetooth era.
Way more dangerous to be on the phone.
My note is you shouldn't cry, talk on the phone, and drive at the same time.
Oh my God, yeah. As someone who used to do a lot of crying and driving, you can't add a third thing. It's pretty difficult.
It is. So yeah, and this one is an interesting episode because Sam and when we jump supernatural title card, we jump to Sam and Dean. They're not on a case.
Yeah.
They are going to Mary's grave.
Yes. And we don't know where it is. We had a discussion at the end of it, and we were like, this isn't in Lawrence. They would mention if they were in Lawrence.
No, it's not Lawrence. It's just wherever the uncle lived.
They're like, it's our uncle who we never even met, put up this stone. Dean is very it doesn't even matter. Like, her body's not there. There's nothing to it. It's just a stone that made her uncle,
He wants to go hit up the roadhouse and try to hunt down the demon. And Sam...
Hunt down the demon. He wants to see Joe.
True, probably. 2 things can be true at once. And Sam really wants to try to go get some closure or pay respects or whatever he's got to do. And that's kind of the tension of the whole episode is once again, Sam is trying to find ways to deal with it, and Dean is trying to find ways not to deal with it.
Sam tries to deal with things, and Dean wants to muscle through them.
Yeah.
And that's kind of their dichotomy at the moment.
Yeah, and okay, so then they get there, and Dean is not anywhere near the grave. He's by the car, just pacing back and forth. Jared plays this scene very well. He's very emotional.
It's very sweet.
He buries John's dog tags.
It's very, very sweet. It's very touching and kind. It's a very, I don't know, this part made me very emotional.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
It's a really emotional, well, the thing that makes me emotional is Dean at the car who just can't go in, because I've been there. I've been in a situation where it's like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
Right? I think we all have, and that's a good moment. So that happens. Dean looks over, and he kind of is confused by this tree that looks like super dead.
It's yucky looking for sure.
For no reason. He walks over, he kind of knocks on it, and then he looks at a fresh grave. There's not even a headstone yet. It's just like a marker. And a perfect circle around the grave is just dead.
Super cool.
Super cool.
Creepy as fuck.
So then, Dean has gotten the caretaker and has asked questions.
Yeah, he's like, so, hey, pardon me, caretaker, what's with this pile of dead grass? What's up with that?
And in true supernatural fashion, one of them doesn't believe that it's a case. Sam does not believe it's a case. Dean is very hell-bent, and Sam's like, I know what's going on, right?
And you're like, okay, but explain the ground, Sam.
Yeah, so that is, I literally wrote, Dean, of course, finds a case instead of mourning. He is so real.
He's so real. Anything to not feel the feeling. storytelling is basically Dean's MO.
Yeah, so they find out who this is. She died in a car crash, whatever.
It's our girl from the cold open.
Yeah, short time ago.
Dean brings up that it could be unholy ground, and he brings up kind of another, I forget what he references, but this is another one of my favorite supernatural tropes is we're like, and we will name a city and a creature, and it'll be just like it's like,
a thing
you remember
that we
the blah,
did.
blah, blah back in blah, blah, blah? And you're like, yeah, I was there. I remember that. Like
hysterical. They go and see her father and start asking him some questions. And Dean picks up a book in ancient Greek with a bunch of sigils. I got to tell you, I love an old timer. I love a big leather-bound book. And you know what? I love a sigil. I really do. He's, of course, a sad one. His daughter has passed.
And the sigil on that book really looks like the symbol from Yellow Jackets in a way that I was looking at. I was like, isn't that the symbol from Yellow Jackets that out here stealing?
Well, of course.
Of course. You have to refer to the canon, as I've said many times.
Yeah, you have to refer to the canon. So, that kind of leads them to believe and plants the seed that the father has resurrected her maybe or done something to awaken a spirit or whatever. There has not been a kill yet.
Yes. Also, I have a note here that just says these two are always talking to the most broken man on earth.
Yeah. Well, okay. So great. I mean, look, that's a funny observation, but in a very true one.
It's so that dad is sitting there like.
But the thing is he's just saying, I still phone or some whatever. Everything he's saying, Sam looks up at Dean and the paralleling here.
Yes, Dean being like,
the loss of a family member thing where Sam's like, that's totally normal, and he's looking at Dean, and Dean's not having any of this shit.
Like, I still call her, and I still feel her presence, and but like most normal grieving process thing ever. But also Dean's like, the ghost, yes,
yes.
A ghost. Yeah. What's
the guy on TikTok who's very funny. I guarantee he's got one of Supernatural.
I'm sure we'll have to find it.
Anyway, Sam and Dean get back to the motel. They're discussing it further. He's like, look, dying in a car crash. Everybody seems to have loved this girl. This doesn't scream vengeful spirit.
Like it's just like a sad, fucked up thing that happened.
Yeah. So and then they get in a bit of an argument and. You're trying to the same kind of a different flavor of the same thing Sam and Dean have already argued about this season, and this time Dean blows up a lot. He's like, I know how to do my job. Like he's angry, and Sam just kind of looks at him, lays it out, and just goes, if you want to hit me again, which is so sad to me that Sam.
If you want to take another swing, go ahead. It'll make you feel better.
Yeah, it's like Sam just sitting there being willing to be the punching bag is so sad.
Because it's always been his whole life. He's just been the punching. Oh.
Yeah, I know. It's gonna be okay.
It's not.
It really is.
It's gonna get worse.
For these two, it never is.
It actually gets a lot worse.
It's gonna get so much worse before it continues to get worse.
Yeah. And then eventually maybe gets better.
No, it's gonna get worse again. Anyway. The life for these two is moments of happiness in between the horrors.
And isn't that all of us?
Very well said. Okay, so then we get kind of the boyfriend, the shitty boyfriend, Matt is his name. He's at home watching videos on his old TV of her.
It's like the most every video in anything ever of a dead girlfriend or dead wife is like, why is she in a virginal white dress running around a tree? What was it? Why are you taking video of this?
She's literally like, turn off the camera. It's the most cliche version.
We should make a videotape with this somewhere else. And you're like,
it is the most cliche version of that.
And I can say that as someone who has dead girlfriend face.
You've talked about this often. It's true.
Look at me.
It is what it is.
Christopher, stop filming me. Like, she's literally doing it. It makes me laugh.
Yeah. Anyway, so then we get a close-up on it. He gets up, walks away. We get a close-up on really old plant dying CGI.
It's awesome. It's pretty old CGI.
It is very dated. It's fun, but it's very dated.
It makes us giggle. We have to stress that whenever we're making fun of the old CGI, we still
It's very endearing. Still fun. I kind of love it.
It's still fun. But also a very creepy detail. There's something about a plant instantaneously dying that's like a very ominous. It's creepy. I like it.
Well, then the other thing I like in this sequence is he comes back and he's watching the thing and the screen goes dark. The screen doesn't even go dark. She like fades in the background on the reflection of the TV. It's really cool. It really helps sell that like, okay, it's a ghost.
Yeah.
It's a ghost, right? Because it's,
The Ring.
It's very The Ring. And then he like turns off the TV. She's still there. He whips around, scream, blood splatter hits the TV, which by the way,
yay!
Awesome. We love blood splatter.
Is no, it's not our first blood splatter of the season, but we've had fewer than usual.
We'll get there.
There were a lot last episode, obviously, with the vampires, but come on, guys, we're slacking.
We'll get there. So anyway, we cut to commercial, And when we come back, Dean is literally using a credit card to break into a house.
It's so funny.
Like it's a funny shot of like the credit card in the foreground, and then like and then the door opens. It's good stuff. He sneaks in and looking around, and what's her name?
Oh,
doesn't matter.
Lindsay
something.
I don't know. Her roommate
bursts out and goes, screams like, I'm calling the cops, and runs in the room. And Dean, like, the thing you need to understand about Dean Winchester, he's either incredible at improv or horrible at improv.
God, low key.
Like, but he's a high risk, high reward improv player.
Yeah.
You go to those comedy shows and sometimes it's crickets, but sometimes you're leaving with a hurt stomach because you laughed so hard.
Yes.
But he goes, I'm Alan Stanwyck, and then he does this little, he just goes, and then like moves on.
Jensen's micro expressions are everything to me.
But I mean, he's like, I'm her cousin, and her dad sent me to pick up her stuff. She comes out, and she's like, her dad didn't tell me. And he's like, then why do I have keys to your house? And he just holds up his keys. And she falls for it.
You're like, girl.
Again, Dean is either great or terrible.
Yes.
He gets some more information out of this, continues to find out that everybody loves this girl.
Yeah.
And that Matt, the boyfriend, killed himself the night before by slitting his own throat, which is
you know how
crazy.
you kill yourself.
I know all the time.
How you commit suicide in the most normal way possible.
Her name is Angela. I was thinking like Lorraine or something, and it's just not right.
Lorraine.
Yeah, Lorraine. Anyway, it's Angela. She keeps crying, and she's like, they were so, and Dean's like, awesome. And she's like, yeah. And he's like, he pulls out a tissue and goes, here you go. And like completely done with this.
Really broken up too over the boyfriend.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And you're like,
Anyway, we're very perplexed by.
Yes.
Because Sam is sitting in his hotel room.
Yes.
Fully clothed.
Yes.
I need to make that clear. On the edge of his bed, watching the TV. I have to believe they didn't tell him what they were going to edit the audio into.
I can only hope.
Okay, but they didn't, because Dean walked in and made a joke. Anyway.
He walks in and it's like, welcome back to the Skin Channel. Today, like
Latin
Casa
Beauties.
Erotica 4, Latin Beauties. And you're like...
And then Dean walks in and he just like casually turns the thing off. I genuinely have to believe they told Jensen what he was doing and they didn't tell Jared.
Yeah.
And then they just edited something funny over the TV.
So funny. Because why else is he watching porn fully clothed with intensity?
Yeah. Okay. So then he comes in and he starts laying into Sam in like a condescending, I told you so kind of way. He's like, oh yeah, dead plants there too. Oh, the boyfriend slit his own throat, which is totally normal. And Sam like kind of lets him do it, and he knows he needs this.
He's like, okay.
And then he gives him another thing, and this is where Dean is rightfully frustrated in this episode, I think, because Sam is being unsupportive of the fact that something weird is going on. He's just taking it way too far.
Yeah.
He's yelling at Sam for things he doesn't need to yell at Sam about.
Like,
anyway,
not too much of my boy now.
Very true. Sam doesn't deserve this. He just was forced into the role
Sam's
that one of them takes every time.
You done?
Yeah. So.
All right.
That happens. Dean's like, I know how to do my job. He stole her diary.
It's so funny.
So that they set that up.
She's already dead, dude.
Yeah, they set that up. He's got the diary, and they kind of decide that they need to do something. They're still not sure what it is. So they're gonna let's go burn the bones. Sam's like, the bones? It's a week old. There are no bones.
It's just gross.
Yeah, and the line Sam says is, "What do you hide?" So funny.
So funny. And the other thing that Dean mentions during this that I think is another creepy detail is that the dead boyfriend's goldfish are dead too. Like the concept of whatever Angela is, and we don't know yet, that is so powerful that it kills plants and small animals. Yeah. Really creepy.
Very creepy. They dig up the body. They open it up. No body. None whatsoever. And we cut to Neil. Creeping down into his basement, and I should also add, they went and talked to Neil
and pretended to be the college's
the college's grief counselors. They talked to Neil, and he's like, he kind of lets them key in that they broke up and Matt cheated on her, and he's shitty. He killed himself out of guilt because he's the reason she died.
And you're like, I don't know. Okay.
Yeah. So more or less. I mean, no, but like,
no, but yes, but no.
Anyway, so that also happened in an earlier scene. They do. Neil goes down into the basement, and Angela is sitting on the edge of the bed in, like you said, like the virginal white dress.
I love the styling choice here. It's really cool.
Creepy. She turns up, she walks over, and she kisses him.
Yeah,
and you're like, oh,
I understand what's happening.
And
here.
Sam and Dean find sigils etched into the inside of the coffin.
Yes.
They go back to the bang, 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 knock on the door. Angela's dad opens the door. They come in.
Dean's like guns blazing.
Dean's pissed. And that's part of what's great about this episode is we find out why he's so mad.
Yeah.
Dean's angry. He rolls in. He asks him a question. He's like, what are these? He's like, just humor me. He's like, I thought this was Angela. Just humor me. And then he tells me, like, well, these are essentially a resurrection ritual.
They're necromancy symbols specifically.
Yes. Thank you. Necromancy symbols. So this is a zombie episode?
It is.
Technically?
It is. And it's not even like...
They're not traditional zombies. Yeah.
Did you get my sound effect?
Mm-hmm.
Did you get it? Did you get
No.
It's like zombies, not like... It's not a gross zombie. It's
a... Yeah. Okay.
That sound effect's not working for you.
No,
huh?
it isn't.
And the other great line Dean has here is, haven't you seen Pet Sematary?
Yeah, the Stephen King reference. But the important thing that he says, like the big like plot thing and character thing he says is, what's dead should stay dead. He's like, what gives you the right? He says he's pissed for reasons that we will explore later, but are pretty obvious. I think that's really a great scene. Sam kind of backs him off.
Sam's like, okay, stop yelling at the dad.
And so they leave. They're walking down the street. They get in another argument. This is a very argument-heavy episode. They keep talking. It explodes, and essentially it boils down to they say that there's a zombie on the loose.
Yeah.
And I can't remember which of them says, our lives are weird, man.
And I think it's Sam.
It's
Sam. But the line here that really makes me sad is, we've already lost Dad, we've lost Mom, I've lost Jessica, and now I'm going to lose you too.
Yeah.
Like, Sam is clearly like, please, I cannot handle any more of this. Please stop being angry and yelling at me.
It's really good.
Like, it's so sad. Also, Jensen is like beautiful during this scene.
Yeah.
Sometimes they'll just close up on Jensen. I'm like,
I know.
He's just really pretty.
Very handsome man.
They're both gorgeous men, but they have a different look about them.
They are two entirely different types of handsome.
Yes.
In the best way possible.
Yes. Jared is handsome. Jensen is like pretty.
Yeah.
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 Especially at this age.
Yeah.
Anyways.
This is going to make a weird TikTok.
Now let's discuss more the different types of handsome men, shall we?
Precisely.
Now get back to Bobby, the real heartthrob of this show.
Don't even play Jim.
I'm not
Jim
playing.
Beaver's a snack.
Jim Beaver's handsome.
Anyway, okay, continuing. This is an idea I like that they do occasionally. There's so much lore on this, so much varying lore that they don't actually know how to kill it.
Like,
he like points out, he's like, you have to chop it up and feed the bits to wild dogs. That's
or...
Sam's favorite like wild thing. Yeah. Silver's mentioned a few times, so they go with Silver.
Yes. And Dean specifically is like, oh, like, why can't we just shoot it in the head? And Sam goes, you've seen too many Romero flicks.
You wanted to, great line.
My king.
So anyway, they decide on Silver, so they go. Oh, they kind of what is it? They're going through the journal.
Oh, and they figure out it's Neil.
Dean thinks it's Neil, and he's like, how'd you get on that? His line is so funny. He's like, you've got your journal, I've got mine. And he holds up her pink journal.
Dude.
It's so funny.
And they also, there's another funny reference. Dean makes a pretty in pink reference because he basically figures out from the journal that Neil is in love with her.
Yeah.
And Sam's like, well, what? And he's like, okay, well, he's also her dad's TA.
Yes. So there's the connection he had, and he points out he has all these same access to all the same materials. Great. So then they're sneaking in, breaking into his house. Dean pulls a gun. Sam does not have one.
It's so funny. It happens twice in this episode.
It literally looks like he's like walking behind him like, you just stay right in front of me.
You're like, okay, we both know how to do our job here. Why are you letting Dean hold the gun and walk in front at the same time? I'm like, anyway.
Yeah, it's really, but
he's like standing behind Dean, like, just let him have this. Just let him have it. Don't get it out of his system.
He needs to pew something right now.
Okay.
Anyway, so he same as silver bullets, and Dean goes, yeah, enough to rattle her like a change purse.
You're like,
insane thing to say.
Low-key, very salacious thing to say. There's something
Crazy.
about it where you're like, ew.
You're like, okay,
kind of graphic.
Dean.
Okay, weirdo.
So then they come upon the basement, the door to the basement, and it's got like this big lock put on it.
And all the plants in his house are dead
And
too.
all the plants in his house are dead. And Dean makes a joke of, he's like, unless he's hiding his porn down there, which is really funny. And they pick the lock, they go downstairs, and she's not there.
Yeah.
They're kind of looking around, and they're trying to figure out what's going on. And they realize, they kind of start arguing again. And Sam's like, there's still a zombie out there. We have to focus. They realize she's busted out of like a vent or something.
Yeah.
And
nah, I think she went out to rent beaches.
yeah. Also, you mentioned beaches as a Yellow Jacket thing.
Beaches is a
weird Yellow Jacket crossover.
Yeah, I'm just
here.
Yellow Jacket headed most of the time, anyways.
Yes, you are.
No, and then so they're arguing, and they're like, "Oh, well, where'd she go?" Nah, I think she went out to rent beaches.
Yeah, and then they're like, "Well, we found out that the boyfriend was cheating on her. The boyfriend's dead. Takes two to have hardcore sex.
It takes two to have hardcore sex."
So funny. That line is insane.
It's so funny.
Great
I love
delivery.
the way Jensen delivers it.
Jensen, more than Jared, Jensen knows when to deliver a line in a hyper-specific way.
Yes.
Not to say that's just like a weird toolkit in and out. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Anyway, so then they realize, okay, it's probably the best friend. She was real broken up about Matt.
Yeah.
They go over there, and the door opens. The best friend, the roommate, I should say, opens the door, and Angela bursts in, and she's like, "I'm home," or whatever she says.
Really fun way to. I mean, honestly, it's kind of a dream to be able to come back after being dead and be like, "Hello, everyone who wronged me. It's time." It's very
true.
It's very Rosalie when she like comes back in her wedding dress to kill her.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what real ones know.
So they bust in. There's a little bit of a skirmish, and Angela gets stabbed with a pair of scissors.
Yeah, she picks up scissors to like kill the girl.
She seems dead for a second, and then she stops, gets up, grabs the roommate, and like the way she pulls the scissors out and like the blood dribble. I know it's probably CGI, but it's like if it is CGI, it's really good CGI.
Yeah.
And she like holds it up, and she's gonna kill her, and then Sam and Dean burst in, blast her. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
It works. It
slows
stuns her.
down. Yeah.
Yeah. So silver's clearly something that does work, but shooting her isn't going to do it.
Yeah.
She flies away, runs. You and I talked about this, but it's so funny to us how they handled this. Dean chases after, he runs back, and he goes, "Damn, that chick can run.
Damn, that dead chick can run."
And then I got to point out, they move on instantly.
It's so funny.
They're just like, we're done. We're out of here.
They just leave her there. What if Angela's just waiting for them to leave, and then she goes back in and kills her?
It doesn't matter. She's
doesn't
gone.
Matter to them. They're like, whatever.
So then they track down Neil again.
Yeah. He's at work.
He's at work, and they're talking to him and saying she's dangerous, and he's trying to play coy about it. And he's like, "Is she here?" And he's like, "No, she's not." And then Dean kind of looks away and spots the plants, and then eyes him and kind of spills out a fake story. He's like, "All right, here's what we got to do. We got to go get this kind of root and this kind of thing and some candles, and we got to go back to the grave
and do a ritual around
do a ritual there to stop her. And you should come with us." And Neil doesn't say anything. He goes, "You should come with us right now." Still doesn't do anything. Yeah. He leans in. He's like, "Don't make any sudden moves. Get away from her as fast as possible.
Play it cool."
And he tells him, "This blood is on your hands, right?" And even then, he's like, "This blood is on your hands. We got to go make it right. You need to help us."
Yeah. And Dean also specifically says, "Your girlfriend's past her expiration date, and we're crazy."
Yeah.
Just also funny. Dean gets off a lot of really funny one-liners to me this episode.
Yeah. So they leave. There's a scene where Angela comes out of the closet that she's hiding in. She's like, "You have to help me go to the graveyard and stop them."
And he's like, "You may kill them," and she's like, "Well, yeah, they're gonna hurt me." And he's like, "Right."
And we didn't talk about this, but there's an earlier scene where they're in the house, and he's like, "Did you break out and go get Matt?" And she's like, "We already talked about this, right?" And she seduces him into not caring.
No, of course not.
So she's like playing him like a fiddle.
Yeah.
This is when he realizes, and so he leaves. He's like, "I'll go get the car." And this is a thing directing wise that I don't understand. He drops the keys, like he goes and, a horror cliche, tries to unlock the door, drops the keys, bends down, stands up. So the car is here. This is the car. This is him facing the car. Bends, stands up, and she's right in between him and the car.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
"Oh,
how did she get there?" Doesn't matter.
Zombie power.
Sure, doesn't matter. Just a weird thing. She breaks his neck in what is an actually like really pretty good kill.
Yeah, she snaps his neck full around.
Like a gross
like
noise.
Full exorcist.
Yeah.
She's like, you were going to leave me here. And you're like, yeah.
So then we cut away. She's going to go stop Sam and Dean. We cut to the graveyard. They're lighting candles and he's like, I don't know. This is the only thing I could come up with. Again, either great at improv or terrible at improv.
Yeah.
I think this is a great improv.
He's having a great stretch of improv moments.
Yeah, his episode's working for him. Unlike in Bloodlust when he like couldn't remember the name of the newspaper.
Yeah. And you're like, World Weekly, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm no. Which is, by the way, hysterical. Anyway, so they're doing that. They kind of hear a noise. Sam goes off.
Finally gets in the action.
Yeah, he has a gun finally.
You're like, oh, did we decide to show up to work today?
Gets a gun. She comes up behind him and he turns around and points it at her. And we know Sam does not love to kill something that is human, and she is like vaguely still human.
Yeah.
But there's this great thing where she was stabbed and shot, like the body's like decaying, and there's
It's
like
really cool.
really gross and cool. She's like, I'm still a person, I don't deserve to die. And so he shoots her in the head in this great shot.
And this great like whip back, and then she lifts it up
Yeah,
again.
literally like the head whips back and whips back, comes forward, and like the bullet hole in her head's like, it's so cool.
Really cool.
She beats the shit out of Sam.
Yeah, of course.
As one zombie does to a very tall human. She gets going. Don't they shoot her and she falls in? How does she fall into the grave?
I think Sam shoots her and she falls in.
So and then Dean is off in the distance, and this is awesome.
So cool.
Dean's running in with like a silver stake or a silver sword of some kind. I think it's just a silver stake. But he like runs, drops to it, like his hip slides into the grave and stabs her.
Oh, and then also earlier, Sam mentions when they're talking about this, he's like, "Oh, it's probably where the vampire staking lore came from."
Which is such a cool idea.
Because as we've known, as we've figured out by now, the only way to kill a vampire in supernatural world is to cut off their head. Like the staking thing means nothing to them. So it's a fun we're still going to use this elsewhere, but it's just going to be how we kill zombies. And this shows that you have to stake them back into their grave.
Well, this particular zombie, that's part of the lore is they have to pin her with silver into her resting place.
Yeah.
So they do that. She kind of and dies. We cut to them patting.
Dean gets the kill.
Dean gets the kill. Thank you. You've reminded me. I never do it. So Dean gets the kill here. It is now Sam 1, Dean 2. He pulls ahead. Sam, you gotta start,
buddy.
You gotta win one season.
I'm worried.
He'll win a season eventually. I don't know if it's this one, but he'll win a season.
Who's to say that? I don't know. Season 6 might be his year.
Maybe all the way till season 6.
I mean, hey, there's a specific reason why.
But yeah, so they hard cut to them patting down the grave.
I love every time it cuts to the daytime and you're like, damn, that was a long night.
But it just makes me, anytime they it's similar to Bram Stoker's Dracula after they've gone in and killed the friend.
Yes.
And then it cuts to them and they're just all leaning or over exhausted.
Yeah,
I love a hard cut to something funny. So yeah, them patting down the grave is good. They get up to leave and Dean looks at the grave and Sam's like, do you want to stay for a while? He's like, no. And I love that shot where he just walks around and they get in the car and they drive away. And I was like, man, that would have been a great last shot because I forgot what was coming next.
Yeah.
And just a really emotional scene where Dean literally driving and Sam looks over at him and he's just dead inside.
Yeah.
And he pulls out and they get out and then across this gorgeous scenery. And then they just have this heart to heart, what's dead should stay dead.
Yeah,
and
I'm not supposed to be here.
He's like, I'm not supposed. We know what Dad did, and Sam's like, what do you mean? He's like, stop. I know you've been thinking it. And he just realized he's like, I don't know how, but the cult going missing and Dad dying, the demon was involved
and me
somehow.
Waking up,
the full recovery.
Yeah, he finally expresses the thing they've both been thinking of me finally waking up miraculously, plus Dad dying, plus the cult going missing, plus the demon not being here is kind of
what's dead should stay dead does not. They really ignore that later.
Not something that happens much later.
Yeah,
but, that's life, babe.
It's just really beautiful scene they have, and Sam's just like, it's not. We don't know. None of this is your fault. He's trying to reassure his brother anyway.
And Dean's like, can you sincerely tell me that that's not what happened? And Sam can't say it. And
right.
You're like,
and then it just episode ends on this gorgeous wide shot.
Beautiful shot of them over in this canyon. And you're like, damn.
Great closing shot. And Dean just once again believes he doesn't deserve anything good, including life.
And you're like, I'll kill myself right now.
It's tough. This is look again. I think the hunt and the mystery of this episode are fine, but the themes of this episode are really strong.
Yes, agree.
Anything we missed? Any cool moments?
No, just again, like I think the production design of this episode is really great. It feels very like 2000s horror still, and like the production.
Because it is.
Wow.
Funny how that works.
2006, huh? Better times.
Truly.
Also, I realized that these 2 seasons aired on the exact same day. They both aired on the 28th.
Oh, that's cool.
Or something. I think. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. TuneFind usually tells me when the episodes aired, which is a really fun little detail. But
well, there you go.
Yeah, and again, just love everyone's costuming and hair in this episode, and yeah.
All right. You ready for best line?
Yes, I am.
All right. What do you got?
I have. Takes 2 to, have hardcore sex.
It's so stupid.
It's so
such a
dumb.
dumb line. And it's like, there's no humor in how he says it either.
No, it's just,
but it's really
he's like,
funny.
it takes 2 to, and he could say tango, and he's like, have hardcore sex.
It's really funny. My favorite line is "What's dead should stay dead."
Yeah.
The way Jensen delivers that, the conviction in his voice.
And it's like the unshed tears.
Yeah, it's
in
what
his
gives you
eyes.
the right to the follow up.
Yeah,
is really
like,
good. Best kill.
Best kill for me was Angela going into the being staked in the thing, if only because of Dean's like knee
Dean's
slide,
sick ass like
his
hip slide
sexy
falling
little,
into
like,
the. It's
oh.
awesome. He didn't need to do that. He could have just dropped
he
on
could
her.
have
But
just
he was
been like, anyway, he could have moseyed on over and stabbed her in, but he chose to do
awesome.
a trick shot,
Yeah, so good. So children shouldn't play with dead things. I think we both enjoy this episode.
I enjoyed this episode.
But now we're gonna move on. I should also just before we move on, the kills. If you're tuning in now and haven't watched the rest of the rewatch, these all go into like an end of the season special where we March Madness bracket.
We have
this
a bracket.
Thing.
The bracket is being formed as we speak.
So each one gets nominated. We seed them out, and then we see what the best kill of the season was. So this is the best kill of the episode. It will move on. All right. Season 2, Episode 5, Simon Said, written by Ben Edlund and directed by Tim Iacofano. I'm so sorry. I can't
Tune in, buddy.
You did a great job directing this episode.
You did a great job directing this episode if you'd like to come on the podcast.
Like, I genuinely was like, the whole episode was like, man, this is like really creative camera work.
Yeah,
and really creative,
when the van is introduced and as
yeah.
Anyway, it's pretty sick. Yeah. And I believe Ben Edlund is later one of the showrunners, and I believe also a character later who's a writer has his name.
Oh,
or has
fun.
his last name.
Okay.
I want to say.
I do enjoy.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but we'll get to that in about a year.
I do enjoy that. Okay, so episode opens with this like older man walking down the street, jolly looking, nothing seems wrong, and he gets a phone call, and as he lifts the phone on his flip phone, old technology, we like hard push in, and he gets this call, and there's like flashes of him in a store,
and
him with a shotgun.
And his face goes like slack in this really
a
creepy
little bit.
way.
Yeah, he just becomes completely like almost apathetic, and everything is totally normal. There's no joy or sadness in anything. So he does that, and that is the creepiest thing in this episode to me, is like the total apathy towards the things that are happening.
Yeah, it's like this insidious calm.
Yeah,
it's creepy.
He goes to a sportsman's store, and he asks, he's like, walks up to the teller who clearly knows him, and is like, he's like, I'd like to see a gun. And the guy literally laughs at him.
He
goes,
oh,
okay. I'd like to see that one. And he pulls out the first shotgun.
Hunter.
He kind of, turkey gun, talking about it, making small talk as he goes, what kind of shells does it take?
Yeah, you're like, I don't know that you should bring this
Puts
out.
the shells out, he opens them up and loads the gun and then shoots the guy.
Big no, not supposed to do that.
And then he looks around at all the freaking people, he's like, it's okay. It's all fine. Everything's just fine. And then he kills himself.
And you're like, oh!
And we like hard cut to Sam having this like, in this grungy bathroom, having this
very
like visceral, visceral vision, and Dean bursting. He's like, pinch it off, Sammy. We got it. And he stops and he's like, what? Supernatural title card, and we're off to the races. Sam has had another vision, his first vision of the season, I believe.
Yes, it is. I hadn't even thought about that, but yeah, this is our first like Sam's Psychic Troubles episode of the season.
So I really like how they shoot the visions, Sam's visions this episode. They're really visceral.
Yeah,
they remind me kind of the opening credits of Seven.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they have this real cool, like fuzzy, gauzy, like filter.
Yeah, kind of like
when he gets like the cuts in before it goes to like the full.
Yeah,
it's really cool.
It's good.
You can feel the headache pain for sure.
Oh, totally. One of them always has to doubt. Dean's like, are we sure about this? Let's head to the roadhouse. Let's see what Ash has. Let's go hunt the demon.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm having a vision. They come true, and they reference the other people they've run into.
Max from season 1 from episode 14, Nightmare?
Something like that.
I believe. I don't know. We also just watched Freddy vs. Jason, and that kid's in it, so pretty funny.
Yep, you were right. 14 Nightmare.
Wow. It's almost like this is my job.
Heyo. Then Dean, offhandedly, he's like, oh, we got to find some freak and whatever. He's like, what do you think I'm a freak? And Dean looks at him and goes, you were always a freak, right?
So I'm a freak now? You've always been a freak.
Which is really, and this
it's like a very
coy little smile.
It's like
got.
A sweet little brother thing of like, I don't think you're a freak. Be serious.
Yeah. Then we get this great shot of them walking into the roadhouse.
Yeah.
It's like this wonder where it's like whipping around. The camera work in this episode has such good energy. Some dumb directory things that I like to point out.
It's not dumb.
But like it's like whipping around from like, they walk in. It's the first time we've seen the place full.
Yeah.
So they walk in, it pans down to these
like,
two.
oh, you guys actually stay open?
Yeah, exactly. These two burly guys, like knife on the table, pans over to Joe, and she's like, you just couldn't stay away. Pans back to them, around them, to Ellen. Really cool. Little one or just establishing everything that needs to happen. Those shots are tough to do. If you ever watch a show and they do them, they're really hard, especially when we're that close to the actors and it's not just really wide. Good stuff.
And we also get Joe hustling at like the deer shooting arcade game.
Yes, thank you. Yeah,
it's so funny. And Ellen walks over and she's like, "You didn't check the high scores, huh?" And then goes to the high scores and they're all Joe. Oh my god, it's so funny. God forbid a girl has a hobby.
Yeah. So then they go to Ash, and the Dean is apprehensive about doing this. He doesn't want to walk into a hunter bar.
Yeah.
Where they're talking about Sam has a supernatural. That's what he says. A supernatural freak.
Yeah.
He's like, "What? I'm a freak now." That's that.
Yeah.
So he's drawn on a napkin a company called Blue Ridge. It's like a bus company. Go ahead.
You're leaving out the best part of the scene that Ash has a sign on his door that says Dr. Badass is in.
Okay, yeah. Let's talk about the Ash scene, actually. Dr. Badass is in. The door, like, half opens. He's naked. We don't see anything.
There's, like, strobe lights in there.
I don't even think he's having sex.
No, I think he just focuses better when he's naked.
I just think he's in there being a weird, mad genius.
Yeah, I'm obsessed with him.
Anyway, they draw this logo. They hand it to him. He has a match. And I just have to ask the question. You guys couldn't Google that?
Literally. I'm like, you had to drive all the way here? Sam has a laptop.
Look, the other information, sure.
The
other information, because Sam starts, and I love this. Sam's not even trying to hide it, and Dean's like, I need to watch everyone around me.
Please keep your voice down. Yeah. Sam's like, there's someone dying.
Yeah.
Someone get me some information.
So, exactly. He's like, and he asks him, he's like, what about this guy? And then he goes, what about a 6-month-old
with a
mother died with the burning in the
on their 6-month birthday in the fire in the nursery. And yes. So
and Ash is like, "What the hell are y'all talking about?"
He's like, "Okay."
But he gets a match.
And he's like, "Why would I do that?" And Sam goes,
"Yeah,
for a PBR." And Ash goes, "Okay, I'm on it."
He's like, "Give me a few minutes." Dean goes off. He talks to Joe, and Joe's, he gives the answer they give quite a bit in this episode. It's kind of a family thing. We don't want to talk about it. Joe's like, I can help you. He's like, I'm sure you could, but this is a family thing.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure your mother would kill me.
Yeah.
And he's like, you're scared of my mom?
She goes, Also, you're forgetting the part where Joe puts on
Thank You,
Can't
yes.
Fight This Feeling by REO Speedwagon.
Yeah.
She's like, he sings from the heart, and he goes, he sings from the hair.
Yeah, there's a difference.
You're like, okay, let's not act too high and mighty over here. And then his specific line is, if I ran off with you, your mother might kill me.
Yeah, he's like, you're scared of my mom, and he's like, I think I am. I love that. I think I am. And then the camera pans to her as he looks, and she just looks at him and goes, and he's like, and then goes back to drinking his beer.
Because if you're not scared of Ellen,
I love Ellen so much. She
Ellen,
rules.
Joe, and Ash are some of my favorite all-time characters from this show.
Yeah.
And,
Sam walks up. He's like, we got to go. They hightail it out of there.
They make it to Guthrie, Oklahoma.
You're skipping a thing.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
Dean's in the car singing REO Speedwagon really earnestly over really total silence, and Sam just being
Sam's
like,
sitting there like, I already have a headache.
I love Dean says it in season 1, but he's like, I can't be that fun to be around. I'd listen to the same 10 songs over and over again. It's so funny.
It's so funny. And you know who that is?
Me. It's true. Supernatural has influenced my life in ways that I can't even comprehend.
We can't worry about it too hard. I definitely didn't unironically say, should we get Impala license plate tattoos at some point?
We should, though.
Hours.
Anyway.
That's a Patreon goal, please.
That is. Anyway, this episode is really cool shots and camera work again. It's with the way we transition to this scene. It's like they're at a coffee shop a coffee shop.
Yeah.
And it's this shot of the coffee cup as it like pulls back into like this big wide.
Yeah.
Really cool.
They have a, like you said, it's kind of, I hadn't thought about it until you brought it up, but there are a lot of cool directory choices in this.
Yeah.
And you never know. I mean, that's the fun thing about like what have you always said? It's like TV's a writer's medium, not a director's medium. So when a director does get to have like a little fun with it, it's always
just
fun.
to try some stuff.
Yeah, I'm like, we haven't had this director yet, so it's his first time out the gate and he's having fun with it. It's cool.
So then they're talking to him about this guy named Andy, which is the kid that they're the guy who was born the same year as Sam.
Yes.
So they're about the same age. They're talking about him, and the like bust boy comes over and he's like, Andy's awesome.
He got me backstage at Aerosmith.
Yeah, he can get you in anywhere, right? And she's clearly a friend of his. What's her name?
Tracy.
Tracy's clearly a friend of his, and
she looks a lot like Sarah Michelle Gellar.
She does look quite a bit like Sarah Michelle Gellar.
She looks like knockoff Sarah Michelle Gellar, and the busboy looks like knockoff Elijah Wood.
The busboy looks like Chad Elijah Wood. Let's be very
which
clear.
is scary because we like a regular Elijah Wood.
Anyway, he will come back. They'll both come back. They're both players in the episode. She tells them, he's like, he lives out of his van, and they're like, well, how do we find it? And he's like, it's a big van with a
barbarian queen on the side.
Yeah, riding a polar bear.
It's kind of hard to miss.
And then hard cut to with
a Spinal Tap song, by the way.
Yeah, like this crazy flashing shots, and it cuts back to the Impala, and Dean's like, that's awesome.
That's awesome.
Dean is admiring it so much, and I really like that.
Also, I love that their excuse in that episode was like, they're like, if you're debt collectors, you're not getting anything out of him. I don't know what he says to them, but they always go away after.
They never come back.
And they never come back. And also, Sam's professional haircut kills me during this episode.
Yes.
And I just love when he has to slick back his hair. But they're like, we're from his great aunt Lita. She left him a sizable fortune.
Yeah.
Like.
Anyway, so they're in the Impala talking, and Sam opens up a bit about this making him nervous, how he's like this kid, which means he's probably a killer, which means he's, and all the things Sam is apprehensive and anxious about, which is really tragic. I mean, it's very sad.
Because that's the only other people he's seen that have his same powers. Are people who aren't doing well.
Yeah, completely. And it's tough. It's very sad.
Yeah, it's sad.
So that happens, and Dean gives this really great line where he's like, those things, he's talking about being a murderer.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, it seems, Dean's like, you're not a murderer. And he's like, well, I've all these things I've killed. And he's like,
we kill every day.
Dean's line was, those things we're asking for it. There's a difference. And I think that's a really good line.
Yeah.
Because it goes back to bloodlust, right?
Yes.
Where, Dean is worried that maybe he killed things that didn't deserve it. But it's just about doing your best.
It's about doing the right thing, and then in Bloodlust, like they, that kind of similar feeling comes back in this episode of like, sometimes someone deserves it and sometimes someone doesn't.
Yeah. Okay, so now they see Andy walking down the street, kind of talking to everybody. He stops and asks the guy, and he just talks to a guy and just, give me a coffee. And guy just hands him his coffee.
He's
walks
leaving
off.
the apartment of a beautiful woman who's like calling down to him, and like and then we see him talk to our shooter.
The guy from the beginning. And they're just completely jovial and happy.
Yeah.
And so Sam hops out to tail who's a doctor. We know that.
Yeah.
Who's a doctor, and Dean tails the van in the Impala, which is insane.
How the two conspicuous vehicles following each other.
They're conspicuous for conspicuous, baby. You know what I mean?
Like, I remember still to this day seeing a 67 Impala like in the parking lot of the mall where I grew up. And I remember that to this day because it's not a hard car to miss.
It's a big beefy car.
It's huge.
So they're tailing. Sam stops the guy from getting the gun. He like walks in and pulls the alarm so he can't even go in.
Yeah.
The guy walks off.
He looks like visibly like, darn.
Yeah, he's just again super casual, just like okay.
Well, can't kill myself today.
Yeah, walks off. Cut to Dean. The guy stops. Andy stops, gets out of the car and walks over to Dean, pulls his gun and hides it in his coat. Starts talking. The guy's like, Impala? 67, the best Impala year.
Like starts chatting up
and
Dean
Dean lets go of the
like,
gun.
That's
And
great,
he's like,
man.
I just rebuilt her. Can't let a good car like this go. And he's like, totally. Can I have it? And he's like, sure thing.
Absolutely.
Throws the door open, gets out, totally fine.
Closes the door in on him he's like,
you enjoy, man. And he drives off in his Impala, and Dean's just kind of jovial, like looking at him. And we cut to, the alarms going off, and the Impala. Sam's phone rings. He opens. He's like, "Yeah, I stopped." He's like, "You gave him?" No, that's after.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, my bad.
Sam just sees Andy driving the Impala, and he's like shocked. And then he looks over,
Andy makes Dean give up his car, and then he full on Obi-Wan me. So Sam does.
Okay, you're right.
He sees Andy drive by in the Impala, and
yes,
then Dean calls him.
You were
and
right.
He's like,
I was wrong.
No, we were together. Correct. And then Dean is like, and he's like, you gave him your car? And Dean goes, he full on Obi-Wan'd me. And
it's mind control, man.
It is so
and
funny.
Then he sees the doc walk into the road and get hit by a bus, and you see part of his arm fly off, and it cuts.
Full Final Destination.
I literally wrote,
2
old
style.
man went splat.
It's sad.
So then we do that.
Again, just have to say, Final Destination 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Andy is super broken up about this, and so is Sam. Sam's like, I stopped him from going in there.
Yeah.
Dean's like trying to comfort him as best he can. Sam's broken up. Andy's also broken up by this, which is our first hint that maybe Andy's not doing this. Maybe Andy isn't evil. They find the Impala. Dean's super. He's like, at least he left the keys in it.
Yeah, he's a real good Samaritan.
And then they pull a 2 can play at this game kind of thing. And they go and they break into the van.
Yeah.
And they open it because Sam is still just convinced Andy is doing this. And they open it, and all they find in there are a giant picture of a tiger, a whole
velvet painting of a tiger.
Velvet painting of a tiger, whole bunch of
like
bongs and books.
And difficult books and a disco ball.
Yeah, like Kant, like philosophy books.
And also during specifically Dean says Moby Dick's bong because it is gigantic.
It's huge.
And before this also they're talking about Sam goes, man, you had OJ convicted before he was out of the Bronco. And then Dean's like, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, OJ was guilty.
Yeah.
And you're like, glad to know we're all on the right side of history here.
It's so funny.
Rest in piss, OJ Simpson.
They kind of tail Andy some more. Andy jumps up and looks at him inside the Impala. And, he's like, I know, why have you guys been following me? He's like, we're lawyers. We're looking. He's like, tell me the truth. And Sam's like, that is the truth.
And Dean behind him is like, we hunt demons.
We hunt. No, I saw the line. I wrote it down because we know mind control doesn't work on Sam now. We know that. And Dean's like, Dean, stop. He's like, I'm trying. But the line he goes, demons, spirits, things your worst nightmares wouldn't touch. Great line. It's fantastic.
Awesome.
So then Sam gets out of the car and like trails him. He's like, go away. And Sam dude, Jared is so intimidating in this scene. He's just looking at him and he just shakes his head and keeps asking him, why'd you kill him? And
he's beefed up. Like, obviously we've talked about this, but he's beefed up. Imagine this 6'4" beefcake over you. Like, why did you take? You're like, oh my God. Because Andy's kind of a little dude.
Yeah. But in this moment too, Dean gets out of the car and Sam just holds up his hand and he stops, right?
Yeah.
It's really cool. Jared plays it really well. Then he starts getting a headache and he keeps asking questions. We're cutting to this woman at a gas station pouring gas on herself. We watch it in full, and she pours gas on herself, and this guy, the attendant's like, no, stop. And she pulls the lighter, and she's like, it's okay. Everything's okay.
Touches the cigarette lighter from the car to herself.
Full on stunt, lights herself on fire.
And it's like, and we were we both were like, oh, that's a real burn. Like that's someone in a suit on fire.
Yeah.
Stunt people. We love you.
I'm truly stunned. The stunt community is the best.
Every time I see someone on fire, we remember what we owe to the thing from the 50s.
Yeah. Oh, this is one of the craziest things I've ever seen.
So Sam comes out of that vision and they're talking like, okay, we got to go figure out like when do we think it's going to happen? And then as they're all talking about it, a fire truck is going past them in the road and he sends Dean to go check on that and be like, okay, well, hopefully that's not it.
And it is.
Unfortunately,
Sam is still on him, and Dean's it there, and he calls him, and he's like, the smell hasn't even left. It happened minutes before I got here. Oh, super gross. And Sam goes, that doesn't even make sense. And Dean goes, what else is new? Hysterical. So funny.
It's been a long couple years for those two.
Yeah. Oh,
but this is officially, they're like, okay, well, it can't be Andy because we were just sitting here talking to him. Like, there's no way he could have called her.
And Sam's relief at that is great.
Yeah.
Sam just being like, oh, thank goodness.
Phew.
I think that's really great. He even says maybe there's hope for both of us.
Yeah.
Really good. They don't play that moment huge, but it's played really well. They kind of go on and they find out that if he didn't do it, somebody else has to be here, right? Which is a bit convenient until the plot continues.
Yeah.
Right? Andy is adopted.
And they're like, why didn't you mention that? And he's like, it didn't come up.
Yeah. When was I supposed to do this? And then the records are sealed, so they break in, and Andy's like, everything's okay. Why don't you go get a coffee? And the cop leaves. They go through the records.
Oh, and then Andy goes, these aren't the droids you're looking for.
And Dean literally goes, awesome. Right, he's so into it.
Funny.
I like that Dean is charmed by this guy.
Yeah, and it's also fun that he's fully leaning into being able to Obi-Wan people. These aren't the droids you're looking for. And then while they find out like, you know, this is like they confirm like, you have
a twin.
Yeah, she gave birth to twins. She gave birth to both of you.
He doesn't recognize the name.
Yeah.
He hands him, they get the stuff from the DMV.
And I have an evil twin.
So funny.
So funny.
And it's the bust boy from earlier.
How dare he?
And that guy who's like coming on, like, Andy's awesome, right?
Yeah. And we flash back to him talking to Tracy at the coffee shop, and he's being a total creepazoid to her.
Credit creepazoid, and Sam has another vision of her getting out of a car in like her nightgown, or,
like her
slip,
like nightie,
and climbing up and about to jump off a ledge.
Yeah.
And this obviously makes Andy distressed. He really likes her.
Yeah.
This episode, and we cut to them at the bridge. Mm-hmm. The evil twin, and what's her name again?
Tracy.
Tracy, thank you. I'm gonna keep forgetting. And this episode is too dark.
Yeah, this episode gets a little
the SA stuff is like way too. He's like, I bring my girls here. They like it. Well, I like it, so they like it.
And you're like, what? What did you say to me?
Too far.
What did you say to me?
Too far.
Yeah, it's
too far.
I think
they had to be like, look, it's impossible for somebody to have this power and not be a freak, Andy. So they have to make him a total freak.
Yeah, it's impossible for. And I hate to put it this way, it's impossible for a man with mind control powers to not be a bit of a freak.
Yeah.
And clearly Andy is doing it like the fun way where he just gets out of
everything is super harmless. He's not hurting anyone.
Yeah, he's just kind of chilling out. He takes a guy's coffee. Like
he took the Impala to take it for a ride. Right. He parked it right next to his van so that he could then get his van back. Like Andy's just being a weirdo. This guy's being like evil.
And like when he's like, no, unbutton it slower. You're like,
yeah. So that's happening. He's telling her, he's like, once we're done here, you're going to kill yourself.
And you're like, what?
Super dark.
And he's like, you're going to think that you can fly.
Yeah, super dark. Way too dark.
Her acting is great of being like, when he's like, stop crying, and she has to stop crying, but the tears are still falling. Yeah. So creepy.
Way too dark. Anyway, they get there. They're off on the other side of the bridge. And Sam pulls out a gun, and he's like, why don't you hang back? And he's like, you don't got to tell me twice.
Dean's like, I'm not doing
And
that.
Andy's insisting he needs to go. Mm-hmm. They get there, and they bust open the glass and punch him, and he's like, get out of here. Punches him again, and he's like, oh shit. Opens the door, pulls him out. They duct tape his mouth, and Andy just starts kicking the shit out of him. Andy wants blood.
Yeah.
I like that. I think it's good.
Yeah, I mean he's pissed. He's like and later too he's like, you find out you have a twin, you call him up, you get a drink with him. You don't start killing people.
Yeah. We've established up to this point that you have to do verbal commands to mind control somebody. And the evil twin is on the ground, and Sam's like, you just gotta let me handle it. Let me handle it. And then Tracy hits him over the head. Mm-hmm. He is stronger than Andy. He can use like
just his mind.
And so Sam's unconscious. They start talking. That happens. You know, he's like, they're trying to tear us apart. You have no idea what the man said to me. What we were gonna be. He's like, the man. He goes, the man with the yellow eyes. Like, so scary. He's like, he came to me and he showed me all these things. He wouldn't let me come to you yet until the time was right.
Yeah, and you're like, what do you mean?
The man with the yellow eyes is scary.
It's the way, it's the like,
because the demon doesn't have to show him the yellow eyes.
Yeah, and he's like, the man with the yellow eyes.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh.
And then we get this really sick shot of Dean up in the tree line, like walking with a rifle. Yeah. And he like lowers the scope.
He's trying to snipe.
Yeah, he's going to snipe him. And Evil Twin looks around and sees it.
And he goes, anyway, I see you. And you're like, oh.
I see you. Bye-bye. And Dean starts putting the gun up to it. And then bang. And Evil Twin goes down and Andy has shot him.
Mm-hmm. Kind of the best way to do. So neither of them get the kill this episode.
But neither of them get the kill this episode. But I should also point out that Andy had to use the mind control trick on Tracy, and now she's terrified of him.
Yeah, which is really
he'd be like, stop what you're doing, right?
Yeah,
and then she's on
like
the ledge.
She's
about to jump. Dean's about to kill. It's a big heightened moment, and bang, Evil Twin's dead. And we get a little key into the bigger picture.
Yeah.
The yellow-eyed demon is actively seeing these people, is actively going to these people.
Yeah, except for Sam.
Sam. Well, Sam has the ability
for some reason.
Sam has the ability to fight back.
Yeah. But it's another thing I love about every episode we have about the yellow-eyed demon children is that each one of them gives us just enough of the puzzle, but it doesn't overplay. Like we don't get too much information at one given time.
Good TV writing, good pacing.
For sure.
Sam is playing, they establish this. Andy uses his power to set the story straight. They give him
to 3 men at a time.
Yeah.
And Sam's like, he's getting stronger.
Yeah. They give the card. Sam's like, I wrote my cell. We got to get out of here. But if you ever need anything, here's my number. You're not in this alone. And he's like, what am I supposed to do now? And Dean's like, be good or we'll come back.
You be good, Andy, or we'll be back.
It's very dark.
Yeah.
Very dark.
It's,
they walk away and it is what it is. As they're walking away, though, I think Sam's playing right into the yellow-eyed demon's hand. He's beating himself up about everything. He's being way too hard on himself about this. He's like, seems like he is a murderer, and it's like he killed somebody in self-defense to save multiple people's lives.
It's like, okay, so 3 people could have died.
Yeah, it's different. And it seems like, but all the other ones had, they had reason. They got pushed too.
Yeah, and he's like, and I got pushed with Jess, and like you said that you think I could be a killer, and Dean's like, take a breather.
Dean's like, you gotta chill, bro. They go back to the roadhouse in a great end of an episode.
Yes.
Great ending where Ellen tells Joe to leave.
Honey, go get a case of beer.
Yeah. Ellen is such a badass. I love her.
I love her so much. Ultimate MILF.
Yeah,
my
true.
queen.
Very, very true.
Love her so much.
Yeah. They essentially coax out of her, and Sam's like, I don't have to, or Dean's like, I don't want to tell her anything. This is a family affair.
Yeah.
And she's like, you watch how you talk to me, boy. And you're like, ooh.
Ellen lays down the line. You're like, oh.
Yeah.
Ellen.
Sam lets it on, lets her know, the pattern is this, so we can track it. And Sam goes, well, the line Ellen has that I love is she goes, this isn't just your war, it's war. And we're all we have.
Yeah.
And I love her. She's great. And anyway, so that happens. They lay out the scene, and we find out that the pattern doesn't work because the evil twin did not have the fire and the mom dying. Nothing happened. So, which means they have no way of knowing how many are out there or how to find them. They have a
semi-pattern, but not everybody.
They can't. There's no ability to really see the scope of what's happening.
Yeah.
Really great. And then when Joe comes up, she goes, better break out the whiskey. Yeah, better break out the whiskey instead. End of episode. Great ending to an episode. Really ominous, really big, really setting the stage for what's to come. There are more people now fully in the fold, which is very exciting.
Which is great because that kind of brings me to the kind of greater point I want to make about this episode is I think a lot of the stuff about the yellow-eyed children and everything like that is kind of this, and I don't know that this is the intention, but to me it could be read this way of like this greater arc of like mental illness and like Sam being like, and I'm struggling with this and no one knows what it's like and people think I'm dangerous and like my dad thinks I'm dangerous, my brother thinks I'm dangerous, like, and I just want to talk to other people, and then I talk to the other people who are like me and they're fucking crazy, like, and then he just wants to be able to talk about this with somebody that's not so like invested in it. So like him being able to tell Joe and Ellen is so important because it's another it's someone else to share the burden of it with him.
Yeah. So really good stuff.
Yeah.
Really good stuff. And I think Jared plays this scene really well. Does Jensen.
Yes. But I mean, this is the kind of stuff where they're giving Jared kind of his time to shine. Yeah. And it's really sad. It's really depressing.
Anything else we missed in this one?
No, let's hit best line.
Well, I just want to point out, I love that how enamored Dean is with the van and with Andy.
So funny.
It's fun.
So, in another life, Dean has a van.
True. Very true. Okay, best line. What do you got?
Dude, he full on Obi-Wan'd me.
Great. Incredible. So funny.
So funny.
Again, Dean, secret nerd.
Yeah.
Mine is, that doesn't even make sense. Yeah, what else is new?
Yeah, what else is new?
It's so casual. He's like, what else? Whatever. This is our life.
Yeah.
Best kill. What are you nominating?
To me, it's the gasoline kill.
It's the gasoline.
Yeah.
That one's crazy. That is a really big stunt.
It's a big stunt. It's really, the way she like very calmly covers herself in gasoline, like the clerk being like, what are you doing? And also, remember when cars had cigarette lighters?
I know. Dude, I miss it. I don't smoke, but I would take it up if I got an old car.
Yeah, you know. But neither one of them got the kill, so we remain at Sam 1, Dean 2.
Still Sam 1, Dean 2. Sam, got to pick up the pace, buddy.
Fellas,
anyway,
other people are doing the dirty work here.
So look, you got 1 week to watch 2 episodes of TV, and those episodes are season 2, episode 6. Season 2, episode 6, No Exit,
which
and
I think I remember.
Season 2, episode 7, The Usual Suspects.
Zero memory of that one.
I don't remember either of these. I'm sure I will once we start them.
No Exit. I'll talk about it next week.
Yeah, we'll talk about it next week. But between now and then, you know what you got to do. got to get your journal, got to watch some TV, got to hit the road, but remember, you know it's out there. Be afraid of the dark.